Namaste, ancestors of Rama. Rama's great-grandfather, the pious Dilipa of the Ikshvaku race, was renowned for his virtue. His wife Surakshina was devoted to him and his subjects loved him, yet he was sad he had no children. One day, Dilipa had an idea. I shall consult sage Vasishtha. He may be able to help us. I am sure he will. A few days later, I have entrusted the kingdom to our loyal ministers. I am now free to visit the sage. At the hermitage of the sage, I trust all is well with you and your kingdom. By your grace, my kingdom could not be more prosperous or my subjects happier yet. My queen and I are very unhappy. We yearn for a son. Why are we deprived thus? Vasishtha closed his eyes for a moment. Then, long ago, when Ganga flowed in heaven, and you were a young prince, you had gone to visit Indra with Surakshina, your cherished bride. While returning home, you passed by Surabhi, the divine cow. Ah, here comes the crown prince of Ayodhya with his bride to pay me homage. I shall bless them with many valiant sons. You were so engrossed in your young bride, however, that you hardly noticed Surabhi. She felt slighted under intended blessing came forth as a curse. Vain prince, may you and your bride never have any children till you atone for neglecting me by serving my offspring. But the din of Ganga was so loud that you did not hear the curse and drove on. As the wise will tell you, those who slight the worthy are themselves the losers. Oh, venerable one, it was an unintended slight. How can I atone for it? Listen, along with your wife, wait on Surabhi's daughter, Nandini, with love and devotion. Please, Nandini will bestow on you the priceless boon you seek. At that moment, Nandini came by and stood near the sage. At dawn, Surakshina must escort her to the forest and in the evening wait to welcome her. You must attend upon her during the day. Thus may you win Nandini's grace and become the proud father of mighty sons. Before dawn, each day Surakshina worshipped Nandini and led her towards the edge of the forest. I shall wait here to welcome her in the evening. From dawn to dusk, Dilipa waited upon Nandini. As she walked, he followed her. When she stopped, he stopped. While he rested, he too relaxed. At dusk each day, my beloved queen, waiting patiently as usual to welcome Nandini and take her home. And so 21 days rolled on. On the 22nd day, Nandini wandered out of the forest. The king is patient and attentive. Now I must test his valor. Up the green slopes of the Himalayas, she ventured into Shiva's own grove. Let her wander. Her innate sanctity will protect her from harm. And Dilipa turned to gaze at the natural splendor of the surroundings. Suddenly, it's my charge who has dared harm her. He ran into the grove to find Nandini at the mercy of a lion. I will shoot the lion and free you in a moment, gentle one. But to his amazement, Dilipa found his arm paralyzed. Even greater was his amazement when the lion spoke to him. O king, I have cast a spell on you. Shiva has posted me here to guard this tree, which spoke Parvati, and he loved as a son. The cow was trespassed. She must die. No, I cannot let you kill my Guru's cow. Kill me instead. How can I? It is the cow that has trespassed. You only follow her like a devoted son. And like a devoted son, I am willing to give up my life for hers. By dying, you would be saving only one life. But by living, you could protect millions. Besides, your dependents would be lost without you. So preserve your valuable life and return home. Would you be able to face Shiva if his crew were destroyed? How then can I betray the faith of the venerable sage? Do not fear the sage, you can appease him, dukes. But what about my honor? I value my reputation, which will life after me far above mere life which is fleeting. So please accept my offer and let my charge go unarmed. Then so be it. As soon as the lion agreed, the spell was broken and Dilipa could move. Throwing his weapons aside, he fell before the lion, expecting death from his paws. Instead, a sweet voice sounded in his ears. Rise, O my son. As Dilipa slowly rose, he was astonished to see Nandini where the lion should have been. Do not be amazed, O valiant king. I created this illusion to test you. Vasishtha's spiritual power guards me so well that Yama himself cannot touch me. Your loyalty and devotion have pleased me. You deserve a boon. Then give me a noble son, O mother. So be it. A few days later, the royal couple returned to their palace in a swift chariot. Then in due time, Sudakshina bore Dilipa a son. Our son shall be an Indra on earth. His chariot shall range over our remotest boundaries. Then let us name him Raghu, the swift moving one. Thank you.